Welcome back to Art as Therapy. I am Moses Michael, your host. Today, we are going to be taking a look at art and emotions, exploring the profound ways artists use craft to convey the rich tapestry of human emotions. Join me as we dive into the world where feelings and art entwine. First, we are going to be taking a look at the emotion in art. Art is a powerful language for emotions. It's more than just colors and shapes. It's a canvas for the soul's deepest feelings. Let's unravel how artists use their creativity to give shape to the intangible, to tell stories without words. First, we are going to be taking a look at Vincent van Gogh, one of the popular artists we all know about. Now, let's dive into the world of Vincent van Gogh, a master of expressing emotions on canvas. Starry Night, one of his artwork, isn't just a painting of a night sky. It's a swirl of emotion, capturing Van Gogh's turbulence. The Bedroom, another of his artwork, is a glimpse into his solitude and longing. Van Gogh art is a vivid portrayal of his inner world. You can see how Van Gogh uses his art to portray emotions. That's what most artists do. There are some people who paint music. When they listen to music, they get to paint it. Sometimes I ask, is this really an art, or what exactly is this all about? Then I finally understand that it's not really the art, like painting the music. How can you really paint a music? Music is something someone sang, and how can you really paint that? After so many questions and research, I find out that it's not just a painting of the music itself, it's also an emotion. The kind of emotion you feel when listening to the music, that is what these artists paint out. The artists feel some certain emotions when listening to this music, and from there, the artists paint out all those emotions, making it feel like I paint a music, just something like that. So to us, we are just going to feel like, okay, this artist paint music. When he listened to the music, he paint this out. But what the artist paint is his emotions, not just the music alone. In the previous episode, we'll take a look at our listener stories, how they heal themselves through art. Some of our listeners have shared touching stories of finding solace and healing through art. Sarah's landscape became a retreat, a place of peace amid life's chaos. Michael's sketches are windows into his emotions, connecting him with his inner self. These stories remind us that art is a personal journey of self-discovery and healing. Well, technically, we've been touching art and emotions from episode 1, but we really did not know about that. When you go back and listen to episode 1, you get to understand that art connects to our emotions. Now, if you really want to understand if you are an artist who really feel happy when you paint. Now, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling bored, maybe one thing or the other it's not working out, try as much as you can. Wherever medium you use in painting or you use in drawing, maybe the traditional medium or the digital medium, go ahead and pick that. Start drawing and see if this is really going to help you or if this is going to get you out of that mood. But for me, this really worked so much for me. It helps me. Now, not just in art alone, there are so many things we do that actually connect us to our emotions. Some people, when they are feeling down, they just write. Some people, when they are feeling down, they just read. So there are so many things. But right here, we're just talking about art because I am an artist. Now, we're going to take a look at the colors of emotions. Colors have a language of their own. Most of us don't know that. Telling stories of joy, sadness, and everything in between. Imagine the tranquility of blue or the warmth of red. Artists use colors like poets use words, each hue carrying an emotional weight. Let's explore the vibrant palette of feelings that colors offer. Now, before we explore the vibrant palette, let's really take a look at the basic understanding we have towards colors. Now, most of us, when we see red, we know red signifies danger. And when we see something like the orange-yellow sign, we know that indicates an alert, something like that. Let's take a look at the Nigerian flag. If you're from Nigeria, let's really take a look at the Nigerian flag. That is, if you know what a flag really means, that is the color on your flag. We have the green, white, and the green, but technically we have two colors. Most people see it as three colors, but we just have two colors, which is the green and the white. The white signify peace, and while the green signify agriculture. Whenever we see white, there is peace, and whenever we see green, now the first thing that usually comes to my mind without the artistic aspect is that green represents nature. And when we look at it very well, in terms of agriculture, most of all the things, most of all the plants are green. 99% of it are green, maybe 100% self, all of them are green. So now we can see that it's not just really art that colors matters a lot. Aside of art, colors are very important. Understanding the colors can help us understand things in our surrounding and how to make use of all this. Let's take a look at the vibrant palette of emotions. Let's immerse ourselves into the vivid world of color, where each shades tell a story and every hue carries an emotion. In this segment of the vibrant palette of emotions, we'll explore the vibrant palettes artists use to express the richness of humans' feeling. But first, let's take a look at colors, just a basic introduction. Colors are more than just pigments on the canvas. They are the language of emotions. Picture a spectrum of color, each with its own personality. Soft blues whispering tranquility, fairy red shouting passion, and gentle greens murmuring serenity. Let's take a look at these colors one after the other. So the first we are going to be looking at, it's a soothing blue. Now most of us feel that blue is just blue. We have different shades of blue, but when you look at them, they all look the same thing, but they're actually different. Here now we are going to be taking a look at the soothing blue. Let's dive into the soothing embrace of blue, a color synonymous with calmness and peace. It has a unique ability to transport us to the serene landscape. Artists often use shades of blue to capture the essence of introspection and tranquility. Think of a calm sea or a clear sky, both moments painted with the brush of emotional calmness. Amazing. This is really amazing. Now, I want you to pay more attention to this. When we talk about calmness, some people want to feel calm. Like when you want to be calm, you just want to feel alone, you just want to focus on some certain things. Or let's just say, when you go out, you go to the ocean, when you look at them, what do you see? You see blue. All the oceans are blue, except some of the oceans in Nigeria, it's kind of dirty, brownish in color. But when you look at this ocean, you feel calm, it's gentle, the breeze and everything, it's really good. But that moment, what passes that emotions to you? It is the blue color you see right there. It might feel a little bit weird, or it might sound to you like I'm wrong, or I'm just saying what I don't know or trying to back up art. But after listening to this podcast, take a walk to any ocean close to you and just look at it very well. The same thing happens to landscape. Let's take a look at landscape for a moment. If you see a landscape that is being painted with blue, a blue sky and a blue sea, what do you feel? You feel calm. And the first thing that comes to your mind is a real ocean, reflecting you to how relaxing that is actually going to be. I know most of you wouldn't know about this. Even me too, I don't really know much about all this. But on the process of all this podcast episode, that is when I am getting to know all this very well. Okay, let's take a look at the fairy reds. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we encounter the fairy passion of red. This bold color ignites emotion and commands attention. Artists use red to convey intensity, love, and even anger. Imagine a vibrant sunset or a passionate embrace. Both moments are aflame with the expressive power of red. I know, I don't need to explain more about this to you guys. This is very, very self-explanatory. We both understand all this. Let's come to Nigeria. Nigeria. Welcome to Nigeria, my country. Let's assume your father have a land in the village. You are in Lagos, and something happened. Your dad passed away. It is time for you to go and collect your birthrights, which is the land. And you have your father uncle there who wants the land, that wants to claim the land by force, knowing that this does not belong to him. It actually belongs to you by right, and everybody knows that. But he wants this land by force. What happens? They make use of juju, which most people know as black magic, voodoo. There are so many other names people call it out there. Now, they will put something like a red cloth mixed with something like white or just any other color. You know, you guys watch Nigerian movie. Now you feeling happy going back to the village to go and claim your own birthright. When you get there, you see that red cloth. What sign did it pass to you? A sign of danger. What are you going to do after seeing that red cloth? You run for your life, or you go call a pastor, you tell other people, or let's just put it this way, you run for your life because you've seen danger. And how did you get to know that there is danger there? Because of that red cloth. Aside of the land issue, there are some farms you go to in Nigeria. There are some farms that are not properly secured, maybe with fence, or there is no one guiding the farm. You, as a person walking on the road, you see a farm that you can just easily harvest maybe a fruit, vegetable, or anything there for free without paying anything or getting permission from anyone. What are you going to do? You just walk into the farm and you harvest whatever it is you want to harvest and go home happily. But with the help of all these red cloths, even if there is nothing attached to it spiritually, they are just going to use that to protect the farmland. Now in Nigeria, wherever we see a red cloth, the first thing that comes to our mind is juju, voodoo, black magic, all these things. So you see, red is something we are actually going to understand what it is without me explaining this deeply. Let's head over to the tranquil greens. Let's stroll through the tranquil greens. This color represents growth, renewal, and balance. It is the color of nature and harmony, providing a refreshing pulse in the emotional journey. Artists often employ greens to evoke feelings of stability and connection to the natural world. Before we get to this part of the green, I talked something about the Nigerian flag, relating to nature and relating to agriculture. In general, whenever we see green, we feel these natural emotions. We don't have a connection to emotions because most of the things we see around us are green. The grass are green, the trees are green, the plants we see as well, they are green. 99% of everything is green. We can just call that 99% or maybe less, but I'm just going to leave that at 99%. They are all greens. So greens, it's something I'm not going to talk much about. We're just going to head over to the warmth of yellow and orange. Moving alongside our palettes, we encounter the warmth of yellows and orange. These colors radiate positivity, joy, and energy. Artists brush these hues onto their canvases to capture the uplifting essence of sunshine and the zest of life. I'm going to leave this particular part to you guys so that you guys are actually going to talk about this. Orange and yellow, it's a really good color. First of all, they are vibrant, not just vibrant, but they pass some certain emotions. I'm going to leave that to you guys, and we're going to head over to the subtle purple. As we explore deeper, we find the subtle elegance of purple, a blend of calming blue and fiery red. Purple symbolizes mystery, creativity, and spirituality. Artists use purples to convey a sense of enchantment and the magic that resides in the unknown. What comes to your mind first? Harry Potter. Well, I really can't talk much about Harry Potter because I did not watch the movie that much. But why Harry Potter comes to my mind at first is because of the magic we have there. Now, if you are the type that manipulates photo, if you're the type that draw a lot, like, you go deep into drawing, let's just skip the spirituality out of it, but let's focus on the magic. Though magic is still part of spirituality, but let's look deep into this. When we talk about photo manipulation, or when we just go over to Google, just type in magic. When you type in magic, purple is not going to miss from that aspect, and magic falls under spirituality. So in just few words, the best place you can use purple, or the best thing you can use purple color to convey or to portray, is spirituality. And we're going to head over to earthly brown. Finally, let's ground ourselves in the earthly brown. This down-to-earth color represents stability, reliability, and a connection to the natural world. Artists utilize brown to anchor their creation, adding a touch of warmth and familiarity. Nothing is actually coming to my head in terms of this brown, but what I know is that when I see brown, especially this earthly brown, in case you don't know, there are different shades of brown. We have the earthly brown, just as well we just cover here, and we have a deep brown that when you make use of it, you don't even see anything related to the earth. When I see this earthly brown in different artwork, first thing that comes to my mind is beach. That is where we can actually see this kind of a brown color we are talking about. And after the beach, then the world in general itself. Now, how can this actually pass emotions to you? When you look at this brown on an artwork, you get the feeling of you being in a beach or having fun in a beach. Now, if you've gone to the beach before, this is actually going to take you back to that very moment you are in that beach, the fun you have, the things you do in that beach, just a thinking of what is going on in that beach at that particular time you are in the beach. Now, let's round up this part of the vibrant palette of emotions. In conclusion, the vibrant palette of emotions unfold through the kaleidoscope of colors. Each shade tells a different story, and together they create a masterpiece of feelings. Join us as we continue to explore the symphony of emotions on Art as Therapy. Now, we are going to take a look at another artist, Frida Kahlo. Turning our attention to Frida Kahlo, a bold artist who wore her heart on her canvas. The two Fridas is an expression of her complex feelings about identity and love. Kahlo's art is a mirror reflecting her struggles, triumph, and the raw beauty of her emotional landscape. Now, we talked about colors, how you can use colors to pass emotions, and now we've gone back to art, how you can use art to pass emotions. I don't paint art in form of emotions and so on. My art consists of mainly just lights, and I don't think I use that light to pass emotions. And that is what I'm going to start working on from now on, how to pass emotions through my art. What can you really feel when you look at my art? Aside of just feeling like this is good, I would like to paint something like this. That is what I'm going to pay attention to. Let's take a look at the expressive sculptures of Henry Moore. Sculptures, tangible expressions of emotions, have a unique power. Henry Moore's Mother and Child series tenderly portrayed the timeless bond between a parent and a child. Through the contours of his sculptures, Moore captured the essence of love and connection. Wow, amazing. Truly, there are so many artists, even in Nigeria, who portray emotions through their art, especially these African arts. I really can't come up with so many artists. Like, not that I can't come up with so many artists, it's just that I don't remember their names. There's someone on Instagram, a girl or a lady. She paints these family settings, giving you this kind of emotions, like, having dinner with your family, having lunch with your family, hanging out with the family. Sometimes she make this painting of a village, giving you these emotions. That is, if you've traveled before, the experience, taking you back to all those experiences and so on. There are so many artists out there. When we take a look at their art, we have the striking emotions. So many things. For example, we have something like the Black Lives Matters. We also have like a brutal cop. I guess there are some artworks like that I've seen somewhere. All these passes emotions. In conclusion, our exploration of art and emotion has revealed the intricate interplay between creativity and feelings. Artists like Vincent van Gogh, Frida Kahlo, and Henry Moore have paved the way, expressing the depths of the human experience through their art. Remember, art is not just about what you see, it's about what you feel. Join us next time as we continue our journey into the heart of creativity on art as therapy. Until then, I want to bring you guys directly to my website where I teach art. And if you are new to art, you feel like you want to get better in art, you want to be good, you want to upgrade, you want to learn more, you want to learn photo manipulation, you want to learn how to paint from scratch, sketching with Photoshop and so on, I have that for you. By just going to creativepen.com.ng and going over to our art school, you will be able to access this. And in case you're finding it difficult to spell the creative pen, you've already seen it from the title of this podcast. But if you skip it, I'm just going to spell that out for you. It is creativepen.com.ng. And that is it. From there, you can start up your creative journey and never regret attending the Creative Pen Art School. I'm going to see you guys in the next episode. But before you leave this episode, don't forget, always have this in mind, to always stay creative. And I will see you guys in the next episode.